Do you want to see some touchdowns? These touchdowns were scored in history on the date November 13th throughout time. Milestone anniversary touchdowns as posted on Facebook with the page this date in touchdown history. Now, I will include the link to that page if you want to hear the actual audio from the touchdowns or see what a more in-depth description than I'm going to give. We started in 1955. It's the Steelers in the yellow helmets, the Lions in silver, and Ted Marchibroda is at quarterback. Football fans of the 90s or 70s may remember him as the head coach of the Baltimore Colts, the Baltimore Ravens, and at one time the Indianapolis Colts, leading them to an AFC championship. He also was the offensive coordinator of Jim Kelly's famous K-Gun offense in the early 90s. Here he is, dropping back, looking for a screen, but it's covered, and he takes off. He runs right up the middle and dives toward the goal and the upright on the goal line for the Pittsburgh touchdown. Ted Marchibroda. We moved to 1965. It's Arkansas, it's SMU, and his future Buffalo Bill Bobby Burnett taking it in from 1 yard out. Razorbacks score. Now we're in 1995 and Monday night. The Browns had just announced they were moving to Baltimore, and they came out flat as Neil O'Donnell finds Yancey Thigpen in the end zone for the 9-yard score and a big Monday night victory for the Steelers on their way to their 5th Super Bowl. Cleveland, of course, would return to the NFL in 1999, but have never matched the brilliance that they had in the 50s, 40s, and 60s. There's Bill Belichick, the head coach of the Cleveland Browns. In case you were unaware, he, once coached the Browns. Yancey Thigpen on the fade route over Antonio Langham for the touchdown. We move on to the year 2000, and the Raiders are punting on Monday Night Football. And it's blocked. It's blocked by Ian Gold, number 52. He picks up the ball and perfects the trifecta, the block, the scoop, the score, 12 yards out, and Denver takes control of this game against Oakland in this huge AFC West rivalry. Denver had been down since John Elway's retirement. Oakland had been up and would eventually lead to a 2002 Super Bowl appearance for the Raiders. But on this night, it was the Broncos showing that special teams matter as Ian Gold breaks through unblocked, blocks the Shane Leckler punt, picks it up on the 12-yard line, and scores the touchdown for Denver just 2 years after their second Super Bowl championship. Moving on to the year 2005, and it's my editor's pick. Lee Evans was a bright spot for the Buffalo Bills during a 17-year drought, and here he scores one of 2 touchdowns on an upset of the Kansas City Chiefs, this one from 33 yards out, and J.P. Lossman. He would also score another touchdown later in a 14-3 Buffalo upset. You can also see this touchdown on this date in Buffalo Bills Touchdown of the Day, another page that I run, as I am a huge Buffalo Bills fan. Lee Evans was one of the reasons during the drought that we still, as Bills fans, believed. But that's not the official touchdown from 2005, although it was a nice catch and he mossed the Kansas City defender. That is my editor's pick for 2005. However, in one of the windiest games in NFL history, Nathan Vasher catches this Joe Nedney missed field goal 8 yards deep in the end zone, and he's going to bring it out. One of the brilliant things about returning a missed field goal is that the field goal kicking team is not prone to know how to cover, and Nathan Vasher takes advantage of this, setting a then NFL record going 108 yards as time expired in the first half for the touchdown, and giving the Bears a 7-3 lead going into half. This game was so windy that field goal kicks and extra point kicks looked like they were controlled by a remote control. They went so far off target. Nathan Vasher setting an NFL record that day. Also in 2005, the Redskins and Buccaneers met, and Ladell Betts returned this kickoff 94 yards to give the Redskins their first touchdown on the day, 7:40 remaining in the first half. Ladell Betts, 94 yards over Tampa Bay. Now we move on to 2015, and it's Colorado versus USC. And Cody Kessler finds future Kansas City Chief Juju Smith-Schuster from 36 yards out on the touchdown. helping USC on that night. A perfect pass from Kessler. The Colorado defender never saw it coming. In 2020, the Cincinnati Bearcats have the ball, and Desmond Ridder fakes the handoff and rolls out right. He has the option to pass or run, and he takes it in, spinning into the end zone, giving the Bearcats the touchdown against East Carolina. We take again a look at freezing the defensive end, and Ridder takes off. The receiver is covered, so he takes the ball himself, spinning into the end zone for Cincinnati. Desmond Ridder, of course, would go on to be drafted by the Atlanta Falcons. And now in 2024, it's a rainy night, Northern Illinois and Akron, and Tavon Rudolph leads the way for the Huskies to the end zone. On a night when visibility was bad, it was up to a man named Rudolph to lead the way as he takes off on this 58-yard run, scoring for Northern Illinois against Akron. So those are the touchdowns from November 13th, yesterday's date, if you're watching this the day it's uploaded. Which one is your favorite? And as always, please subscribe to this YouTube channel, click the link, and follow me on Facebook for more touchdowns of the day. So far, since we began this page, we have posted 662 touchdowns since September 8th. Thank you, and until the next time, let's go score a touchdown.